know, the old girl just turned 60 and she's as much fun today as she was day one. And not even old man winter can put a crimp in the fun. On this edition of Test Drive, the Mini. The original Mini was designed by Sir Alec Isagonis in response to a fuel shortage and the need for a more efficient city car. It was just 10 feet long, 4 feet wide and 4 feet tall. Yes, tiny, but functional. The original had an 850cc 4 that pushed 34 horsepower through a 4-speed manual gearbox in the front wheels. The combination gave it an agonisingly slow 28-second run to 100k. Thankfully, John Cooper got involved in 1961. Such was the Mini's impact on the market, it spawned imitators like the original Honda Civic. Now, while the new Mini's interior is modern, it does pay homage to the original. You see the infotainment system sits roughly where the old Speedo used to, and of course a Mini wouldn't be a Mini if it didn't have toggle switches galore, up at the roof level and a row down here. Now, what's missing are some of the latest safety aids like blind spot monitoring. I hope the old gal gets them before, well, she collects her pension.
One thing we stressed at the very beginning, this car should look like it's been done by a human hand. It's got to have that feeling that it's been sculpted and comes from within, for example. It's not something that's been helped with machines or anything like that. So we've really done a whole job of just basically really pushing the human side of designing the car.
Fast forward to today and the third generation of the Mini Cooper S remains as impish as ever. To celebrate the anniversary, Mini produced the 60 years edition in 2019. It arrived with a higher level of standard equipment and dressed in British racing green with a white roof, along with black bonnet stripes and 60-year badges. The lot was finished off with unique 17-inch wheels. It is a sharp looker, even if it really is only an aesthetic tribute. Now, when you talk Mini 3-door, you can pretty much forget the back seat because rear seat legroom is at a very definite premium. However, if you think about it as additional storage space, then it works. You see, with the seats up, you've only got 246 litres of cargo space, which is tight to say the least. However, fold the seats down and that number grows to a usable 960 litres. The Mini Cooper S 3-door comes with a 2-litre turbocharged 4 that pushes 189 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque at 1,350 RPM. It works with a 6-speed automatic transmission to drive the front wheels. The combination is quiet and refined across the operating range. There are 3 driving modes: green, mid and sport. Stick with mid until a twisty road beckons, then nudge it up to sport to access the very best the Mini has to offer. The throttle is now sharper and it holds the gears longer, which amps up the performance, and it does so noticeably. Now, this Cooper S takes 6.7 seconds to get to 100k, which means it's fast enough to be fun. But what really impressed was the test average fuel economy. At 6.7 litres per 100 kilometres, it's sneaking up on hybrid territory. And I'll tell you what, there's no hybrid that's as much fun to drive as this. While the Mini's suspension is fairly basic, it more than gets the job done. It's safe to say its reputation for playful driving dynamics remains firmly intact. In spite of the less than ideal conditions, the harder the Cooper S was pushed through the pylons, the more it came back for more. The turn-in is crisp and the body roll all but non-existent. In the end, the driving characteristics instill a high degree of driver confidence. This actively encouraged spirited driving. You know, even at 60, the Mini is still enormous fun, and more fun than many so-called sports cars. Now, I get the sense that if sheet metal could smile, this Mini, well, it might be grinning as broadly as this driver.